Man, it is a beautiful day to golf. But if you're a golfer, I mean, maybe every day is a beautiful day to golf. But if you're just getting started or you want to tune up your game, I've got something very, very unique for you today. Vikash Sanyal is here today from Scratch Junior Golf. Now, he is the CEO, and then David Hunter is the head pro and the center manager here. And Vikash, let's just start right off the top. Let's get rid of one of the big questions that people have when we start talking about golf programs. This is totally different than anything else that they've ever heard of before. So explain Scratch Junior Golf.
Well, thank you. You know, Scratch is it's an indoor training facility located in Poway. You know, our main target market are kids between the ages of 7 and 17, but we have adult programs as well. But it's not so much what we do that is unique, it's how we do it. And we have a very unique approach for how juniors will learn the game.
So I understand what you do here is you don't just stand with somebody and help them with their swing.
Right.
And David can probably explain a lot of this as well. There is so much data that is collected, analyzed, and then used to track their performance and to improve their game. Kind of explain a little bit about that.
Yeah, part of each session is we take actual data, information from the actual junior as he's actually performing. And we use that data, we analyze the data to make sure that they're improving in the different areas, whether it be in their swing, whether it be in their short game, both putting and chipping. And typically what happens, once we evaluate the data, we are able to actually graduate the child into a different level. So
well, that's where these hats come in. I got to talk about this because, you know, everybody's familiar with the belt system in karate. You have a similar system in hats.
Yes.
And so as the youngsters are moving up through the program, they get rewarded by moving to a different level.
Right. There's 7 different levels. The first level is this color hat.
Which that would be my hat.
I think actually you qualify.
Okay, yeah,
I don't
there it is.
golf.
That's my hat.
And the black
Okay.
the black hat is the highest level, and that to be able to actually get into that level, it's actually pretty much a PGA Tour level. You have to be able to pass the curriculum in order to be able to get to the black hat.
Now that takes, you know, years in karate. How long would it take in golf?
It depends on the individual, obviously. You know, our program is very intense. The training is very, very intense, so the student has to be able to perform and get tested at the end of each session. And that's when we collect that data. And actually, the data gets downloaded into their own profile, so they can actually look it up online and they can see where they're actually progressing in the different areas.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned adults, too. And if I was to come up to the center, again, I'm not a golfer. I've had a few golf lessons over the years, and I probably have some rough idea of what the clubs are and so forth, and kind of the basic swing. But how would you start with somebody like me? What would you do?
Well, you know, I think it's just general approach for not just adults but kids too. We have the same philosophy, and the things that really make us unique, you know, as compared to other golf lessons, are, you know, first of all, I know it sounds trite, but it has to be fun. If anybody's going to be great at anything, they have to love to practice. And at Scratch, we make our students love to practice. You know, how do we do that? Well, we first of all take advantage of the trend for technology. You know, if you and I were to go out and find 100 kids and say, would you rather hit balls into a driving range or a video game? They'd say a video game.
Sure.
And so we take advantage of that. You know, we also make it more social. You know, golf can be a lonely game, hitting balls in a driving range. For us, we bring kids, adults in, and we put them with similar genders, similar ability levels, similar age. And so it's much more socially interactive, which makes it fun. And we do a lot of competition, too. Everybody, adults and kids, love to play games, right? So you come in, you compete against yourself, your instructors, your peers, and it makes them competition ready, but it's also a lot more fun. So the fun aspect is the first thing that makes us different. The second thing is the data that David really talked about. And it's not just general data. You hear that all the time. For us, you know, it's very specific. How far are you carrying the ball? How straight are you hitting it? How many misses do you have?
Right.
How many putts do you make from 5, 10, 15 feet? How close are you chipping the ball? You know, those type of things, and we actually track it on the online profile that David mentioned, so you can go on and you can see how good are you getting over time.
Okay, we've got the information on the screen, and here's what we want to do, folks. Scratch Junior Golf and Vikash and David are offering a great special here. Now, I don't want to mess this up. I want to make sure I get this right here. It's a $60 value for just $30, and that includes 2 training sessions?
That's right.
So for $30, 2 training sessions
That's right,
at Scratch
that's right.
Junior Golf.
That's exactly right. And then, you know, and it's also important to note, it's not just for beginners. You know, we have beginner players, and we have some of the best players in the county at Scratch. And, you know, one last thing is that You know, we try to make it more like other sports. You know, how do people learn baseball or football or basketball? They do drills, right? Scratch is not golf lessons. They are training drills.
Well, I wanted to come out and see you, David.
Yeah, one other thing, Mark. We do provide clubs. One of our
good to know.
Yeah, one of our sponsors is Callaway Golf Company, and so we provide the clubs for the juniors as well as adults too.
Fantastic. We're going to be talking a lot more in the future.
right.
I'm glad you're here. I can't wait to get out of the white hat and,
You look good in the hat.
and move up through the ranks here. So it's great to see you guys. Now, for more information, you go to san-diego6.com. But I also want to remind everybody now about the San Diego 6 golf card, and I'm going to tie that into Scratch Junior Golf here in just a second. The golf card itself, you know, is $159.99, which is well over a $400 value right off the top. You get a round of golf at each of our 8 participating courses. It comes out to about $20 a round. We've added this huge, huge bonus thanks to our friends at Scratch Junior Golf. When you buy a San Diego 6 golf card, you are now getting 2 free golf training sessions, not only for the card holder, but for your guest as well. So each card holder may bring 1 guest to each of the 2 training sessions. So that works out to like 4 training sessions total included in the cost of the golf cart. So that's absolutely fabulous. And then don't forget about their offer when you get up there. For just $30, they're going to get you 2 lessons as well. Okay, it's a beautiful thing, so get out and play some golf, and we'll talk more about Scratch Junior Golf in the future.